It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Commanders and the Bills on Sunday night primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they do for this one.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 14 carries, 54 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Coleman, the man in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even so a bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Pruitt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Allen going to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Allen rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So this is something we didn't see all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. and it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current number 1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Daniels. Down inside the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Motion man is Shakir. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's completed right side to Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. To the air, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, Allen into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Able to shake him off. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing now is Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this This is caught for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right back to him on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Daniels. Open man, it's Palmer. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. To the air goes Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Daniels. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Pruitt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now 2nd and 9. They'll motion McLaurin left. Daniels looking to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here come the Bills. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down in a yard. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man. It's Shakir. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. Option play. Here's Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Allen going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. To the air, Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had 3 touchdown passes in that game a week ago. He's got 2 already here in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go play action. Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Throwing now is Daniels. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. In motion left, the tight end. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up the long one. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. And that's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jared Goff, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jalen Hurts, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes, as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Pruitt shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle they go. Pruitt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Option play. Here's Cook. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Open man, it's Palmer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Now Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Coleman, the man in motion right. Here's Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And the slot man goes in motion left. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Now Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Cook again. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. That's on the guard, David Edwards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, it's Allen. And it's caught. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Tyler Bass out for the Bills' field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills are forced to settle for 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Daniels looking to throw. That is caught on the move past the 40. There he goes again, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To the air goes Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a handoff up the middle. Pruitt. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Back to throw. Daniels forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Allen going to throw. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. On play action, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
To try again after the sack. Allen, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Motion man is Shakir. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Operating from the gun. Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first down, Pruitt. He's got it to the 43 here.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. They'll run on first down. Pruitt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On play action, Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Washington offense set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. 2nd and 16. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile,